T.I. and his son, King Harris, have been caught in drama after drama, and this time it escalated fast. King stepped into territory nobody expected him to touch. The internet is in flames over what he said about 50 Cent's late mother. And now everyone's asking, did T.I. really grab his son on camera after things went too far? Let's break down exactly what unfolded between King, T.I., and 50. To understand why this spiraled and why T.I. reportedly put hands on his son, you've got to rewind. It starts with the simmering versus tension between T.I. and 50 for months. These two have been trading shots for a minute, and it all traces back to a versus challenge that never got a clear answer. This isn't new smoke, there's history here. The pressure around a potential versus battle has been building since early February 2026. Things reignited on Sunday, February 22nd, when Tip pulled up on $1 million worth of game and addressed the versus situation that had sparked mudslinging before. And listen, T.I. did not hold back. He explained on $1 million worth of game that the idea wasn't about competition. He said it was about celebrating both catalogs. According to him, this wasn't random. He claimed he and 50 already discussed it behind the scenes. He said it didn't come out of nowhere. They were even moving around Los Angeles doing shows together. In T.I.'s version, there was an understanding. He says they agreed to the versus. The plan was for him to mention it publicly, then 50 would respond. That was the script. But hold up, what happened next flipped everything. When T.I. spoke on it publicly, he says 50 acted confused. Tip basically said, "Now I'm questioning your character. Just say you don't want to do it." He made it clear he felt played. Recently, the long-simmering feud flared back up after T.I. said he lost all respect for 50 over backing out of the versus concept meant to showcase their catalogs. He wasn't vague either. He said he lost respect. Now, if you know 50, you know he doesn't let public jabs slide, and he definitely doesn't respond quietly. 50 isn't just known for bars, he's known for elite-level trolling. And when he's beefing, there's a pattern. Watch this. The playbook usually involves bringing up family. That's exactly what happened. Earlier in February, T.I. expressed confidence about beating 50 in a versus. 50 made it clear he wasn't interested. Then he clapped back on Instagram and called Tip King Rat. T.I. returned fire. 50 said King Rat, and Tip shot back, implying only one of them had real paperwork floating around. He told him to get in the ring or stay quiet. He called him soft. He said the respect was gone. So now we've got T.I. calling 50 soft. We've got 50 implying T.I.'s a snitch. The back and forth stays between them until 50 makes a move that changes everything. T.I. said he lost all respect for 50 after the versus fallout. Then 50 posted a photo of Tamika Harris on Instagram, clearly mocking her. That's where the temperature shifted. 50 redirected the beef toward Tiny. On Sunday, he posted an unflattering concert photo of her. The caption read, "I keep saying, keep my name out your mouth, okay?" Now listen, posting someone's wife? That's beyond rap. That's family. And when you cross into family territory, you open a different kind of door. 50 opened it, but the first one to step through wasn't T.I., it was his 21-year-old son. The post blew up instantly, and it didn't take long for King to respond. But how he responded? That's why this is trending everywhere. Because King didn't just defend his mom, he went nuclear. 50 is now catching backlash from King, the son of T.I. and Tiny. On Sunday, February 22nd, the rising rapper jumped on Instagram stories with an explicit rant after the 50-year-old mogul shared that image. King went on camera, he recorded himself, and every word was aimed directly at 50. T.I.'s son unleashed a fiery rant after 50 mocked his mother. In that heated moment, King repeatedly referenced 50's late mother and told him to post a photo of her grave instead. Let that sink in. A 21-year-old publicly invoked the deceased mother of one of hip-hop's most powerful figures. 50's mother, Sabrina Jackson, died in 1983 under circumstances that were never fully resolved. Her death was treated as a suspected homicide. Authorities believed she was drugged, left unconscious in her apartment, and the residence was later set on fire. No arrests were made. The case remains unsolved. 50 was only 8 years old when he lost her. That trauma shaped him. He has spoken openly for years about how that loss affected him. He once said when things went wrong, he'd think if his mother were alive, it would have been different. And that's what King chose to target. Over the weekend, after 50 trolled Tiny, King went live and brought up Sabrina Jackson in a lengthy rant, and he didn't stop there. King then posted an image of a headstone on Instagram and wrote, "Where your mama at?" He also shared a headstone bearing Sabrina Jackson's name with an inflammatory caption. So now we're beyond rap bars. King posted tombstone images. He appeared to reference the gravesite of 50's deceased mother and told him to go dig her up. He brought up 50's deceased mother. He told him to go put flowers on her grave, and within minutes, every second of it was recorded, screenshotted, and blasted across social media. Raindrop Media even posted on X saying King Harris jumped in and told 50 to dig up his mother and post her gravesite after 50 shared that photo of Tiny during the T.I. feud. Once 50 put up the picture of Tiny, the internet split down the middle. Some people understood a son defending his mom, sure, but most of the conversation wasn't about defense. It was about how far King took it. A lot of fans said he crossed a serious line and should have handled it privately, because defending your mother is one thing, but going after someone else's deceased mother is different. And trust me, people noticed that boundary being crossed. Now here's where it gets interesting. Everybody expected 50 to come back swinging. Folks thought he'd go nuclear. Instead, 50 did what 50 does best. He treated it like a joke. T.I. publicly supported his son and criticized 50, while 50 stayed looking completely unbothered. And listen, that's what made this even more dangerous for the Harris camp, because when 50 doesn't react emotionally, it's not weakness, it's calculation. The back and forth between T.I. and 50 even pulled in a certain infamous Pepe meme. On Sunday, 50 posted an image of Pepe the Frog to his very active Instagram. He didn't tag anyone directly, but he didn't have to. Fans immediately filled the comments with their assumptions, and 50 followed up with another frog-faced post, captioned simply, "LOL." That was his response to King telling him to dig up his mother, a meme and LOL. And if you know 50, you know that calm energy can be more intimidating than yelling, because he doesn't forget. This isn't even his first run-in with a rapper's son either, considering his previous online tension with Christian Combs during his broader feud with Diddy. So 50's been here before. He understands patience. He understands precision. Meanwhile, T.I. fired back at 50's original post about Tiny. He jumped in the comments with insults of his own and made it clear he wasn't backing down. He also posted on his Instagram stories. Shortly after 50's jab at his wife, T.I. wrote a message about being a good man, a good father, and a good person, which felt like reassurance in the middle of chaos. Then he hit the studio. He previewed what sounds like a diss track aimed directly at 50. It appears to be about a 10-second preview of a longer version that may land on his final album, Kill the King, expected later in 2026. So T.I. is channeling the feud into music. He even teased it online, suggesting if it's war, then it's war. But here's the issue. While T.I. was moving like a seasoned rapper, bars, strategy, controlled shots, King was moving emotionally. King was online telling 50 to dig up his deceased mother, and that's not strategy, that's a liability. 50 isn't just an artist, he's a television mogul. He runs G-Unit Film and Television. He has deep industry ties. He has influence, reach, and a track record of publicly applying pressure when he wants to. And let's not forget, this whole thing started over a versus battle where 50 allegedly avoided T.I., which turned into snitch accusations and supposed receipts being posted. Both sides were already trading serious claims. Both sides were already getting personal. Then King injected a deceased mother into the equation. At that point, the tone shifted. This stopped feeling like entertainment beef and started feeling heavier. Publicly, 50 laughed it off with that frog meme and a simple LOL. But laughing online doesn't mean it's finished. Everybody watching understands that, and the person who understands it most is T.I., because he knows exactly how 50 operates. He knows 50 doesn't forget, and he definitely doesn't let things slide.
And now, T.I.'s 21-year-old son has just handed 50 Cent serious ammunition. This goes way beyond a rap beef. The title of this video says it all. I grabbed King Harris by the neck on camera. And to understand why people think T.I. would even do that, you've got to look at the father-son history. This is not the first time T.I. and King have had a physical confrontation on camera. Far from it. Back in November 2023, during the Atlanta Falcons' 50th anniversary of hip-hop celebration, the world got a front-row seat to the Harris family dynamics. T.I. nearly went at King in the suite after the performance. A playful back-and-forth quickly turned physical. What sparked it? King got frustrated with his mom, Tiny, and T.I. for laughing at his claim about being in the streets, despite a silver spoon upbringing. King was live on Instagram broadcasting the whole thing. T.I. emphasized, "You